Hello, hello. Welcome to the Dragon's Cave. Welcome to this reading. This is channel message from Spirit to the collective who is meant to to watch the video. And of course, this is a tarot reading. So it's a collective reading. So please use your own discernment, take what resonates and leave what doesn't behind. And I also want to say, trust your intuition because your intuition led you here. So it means that there is something, a message for you in this reading. So trust your intuition because it led you here. If you're interested in shadow work and manifestation, make sure that you follow me because I have something for you coming soon. And you can also follow me on my other page. The link is in the description box below. So let's dive into the message. I feel like this reading is going to be very powerful because the first card we have here is power, and you can notice that is the lightning bolt. So it's something that is really, really strong, really, really powerful. It's the understanding, recognition, and the process of owning your own power. So the lightning bolt is something quite sudden and quite striking, right? Something quite strong and in certain cases can feel a bit disruptive. And of course, right, it is, but it's something that has a lot of potential, right? Power, I feel like many people feel that power can be dangerous in a sense, right? We are afraid of power. And that's because many people misuse it. But power itself, it's not meant to hurt, harm, or cause any damage to anybody else. So power, if it's in alignment with the spirit, it's actually going to make you free. And in fact, we have freedom at the bottom of this deck. So owning your own power, allowing yourself to uncover and unfold your gifts, the strength of your soul, it's something that is actually going to make you free, to set you free. It's something that is divine because the true power, the power that comes from soul, not from ego mind, it's derives directly from source, derives directly from the divine. And in fact, with the lightning bolt, it's something that comes from the sky, right? But I'm also called to say that it's, especially in this card at least, it's related to a storm. And it's very, very aligned with the other cards because we also have healing chaos. We have truth card here, but it is windy. There is something that could potentially, okay, it is not necessarily for everybody, but could potentially come as a sort of let's say challenging situation, something that could feel like disruptive in a sense that we don't expect it. Maybe it comes all of a sudden and we were not ready for it. The point with this, the guidance is flowing with it. It's not resisting it, but it's actually allowing it to flow through us and bringing change. Whatever it's coming, it's actually meant to bring change, to allow you to shift the patterns, the things that are not serving you anymore. And it's not by resisting it, but actually by allowing it to flow through you and flowing with it. There is an energy of surrendering. And this is very interesting because when we talk about power, many people think that power is related to strength, is related to control, is related to force, and it is not. True power, the power that is aligned with source, it's actually the power to co-create your own reality, is the power of the gifts that come, for example, through intuition. And it's the ability to surrender and at the same time directing your own focus. What do I mean is you don't have control over other people. If you think or feel that you have, that's an illusion. The only person you have power over and control over is yourself. You can exercise power over your thoughts, over your emotions, but you cannot control other people. And if you do, that's not exactly healthy type of power. But the ability to flow with the divine and co-create from that space, allowing the co-creation to happen in both sides, where you direct your focus and you own your power and your gifts, but at the same time you allow divine source to flow through you so that you can be redirected, directed, and your gifts can serve a higher purpose. That is true power. And something is happening that is allowing you to get to this point. And again, we have the storm, we have the healing chaos, we have change. I'm not, I don't know what is going to happen for you specifically, because again, this is a collective reading and it is going to be different for everybody. But there may be some sort of situation that is going to force you to see it, that is going to force you to release something and to step into this new version of yourself, into this power of yours. So it may feel like a sort of storm. It may feel like a sort of tower moment. It may feel like something sudden that happens. And with the healing chaos, we often are afraid of transformation. We often are afraid of change. We are afraid of something that is going to change the status quo, right? But the point with chaos is that there is a lot of power, energy, and if you're able to not resist it, but to allow it to happen, there is a lot of creativity that comes through chaos. There is a lot of potential for the creation of the new that comes through chaos. Everything everything comes from chaos. At the origin, right, there was chaos. And the ability to bring order to chaos is what creates your life. But it's not about resisting chaos. It's about kind of flowing with it and allowing it to bring the transformation that you need. And also with this card, that by the way is very beautiful, we have a lot of butterflies. Butterflies represent transformation, represents this energy from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's a big transformation. So I want to be very honest. This is big energy. This is a big, important transformation, but it is going to lead you where you want. This is going to transform you into a new version of yourself that maybe you've been trying to get to. The point is that we often want the manifestation, but we don't want the transformation that it requires. And this reading is exactly to tell you that whatever is coming through, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, because it's necessary. If you want to get to the point where you want to get, if you want the manifestations to happen, if you want to become the person who is able to receive that manifestation, you need to go through this. And you can choose to see it as something that is bad and happening to you, or you can allow it to flow, and you can flow with it, and you can own this process. And if you work with it, this is going to transform you in for the best. Okay, so we also have truth. So this may, and also it's aligned, with flow and power. This is going to unfold another level of your own truth. It feels like a soul truth, if I have to be honest. But the point with this, also with this card here, that is forgiveness, is that there may be some sort of truth that maybe you've avoided. So I don't know what this is exactly for you, but it feels like part of this process for owning your own power and co-creating with the universe is part of this is going to is requiring you to see a truth that maybe you've avoided. and there may be forgiveness needed there, because once again, this chaos that is coming through, it's a healing chaos. So there may be this disruptive situation that happens that is going to force you to see this truth. And forgiveness, or better, more than forgiveness, the non-judgment may be required. This feels like the reintegration of something that you've been avoiding for a while. And when I say avoiding, maybe this was not on purpose. Maybe you were just not able to see this before. And that's okay. That's okay, absolutely fine. But these things that are happening now, or that are going to happen, are actually allowing you to see something that you didn't see before, so that you can reintegrate it through love and compassion, so through forgiveness. So this is very powerful. This is very powerful. And okay, so let's move in this side here. So we have this big energy, we have this sort of chaos that is coming through, this storm, and this may show up in the form of conflict, and maybe this is also why we need to forgive and to allow this deeper truth to come to surface. The point with conflict is that we often see it as a negative thing, when it's actually not necessarily, because when we feel conflicted, or when we face a conflict, and with the Five of Wands, this is not a conflict that is too bad. Like it's a conflict with wands, so it's a sort of play fighting, learning how to fight and to protect yourself as well. It's not a bad conflict like war energy. It's just yeah, and it's also 5 with transformation. So this conflict is actually is the opportunity for growth. So when you face something that you may feel triggered by, or a situation that you're not too comfortable with, it can be actually an opportunity for growth and for healing, because we also have the Four of Swords. So there may be, once again, also, it's really about this healing chaos. So this situation may feel like conflicting, but the point is that there is a deeper lesson. There is an insight that wants to come through, and this is going to bring you to heal this conflict, this energy. And this is going to establish and to lead you to establish strong foundations with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so foundations that are stronger, and we have the eggs in this specific deck. We have the eggs in the fire. So there is something that has a lot of potential, and a lot of potential for expansion, a lot of potential to bring these foundations, this nest, to another level. And there is potential also for passion with the fire. It's very interesting. It feels like we are going to establish new foundations, like we're going to create something new. Interesting. And through this process, with also the Six of Pentacles and the King of Cups, we are going to heal something deeper that is potentially, for some of you, in relation to relationships. Because with the Six of Pentacles, we have this balance, this energy of balance, giving and receiving, sharing, right? But it's also important, the receiving. Interesting. Okay. And there is something that needs to be healed around relationships. And for example, for some of you, this is not for everybody, but for some of you, you struggle receiving. And this is something you may need to work with, because if you, for example, again, this is not for everybody, but for someone, if you feel that you often create the conflict, this may be asking you to look at this, because maybe this conflict is not objective, it's just out of fear. Maybe this could be a self-sabotage mechanism. And working with that, working toward healing this, may allow you to actually understand that receiving is safe. And that conflict may have been actually out of this emotional space where you didn't feel safe. But working with this and reestablishing it feels like new foundations from scratch. It feels like this energy is going in your life to disrupt something, to bring closure to some sort of pattern and protective self-sabotaging mechanism, so that you can actually step into your power with confidence and allow, and entering this flow energy. So for some of you, this pattern is going to be exactly around these relationships, around relationship and receiving. Okay. Yes, and this is going to lead you to create your own new foundations, and new foundations where you create safety for yourself. You don't need safety that comes from others, but you learn how to create safety for yourself. And from this place where you are confident, where you are safe in yourself, you will be able to receive, and you will be able to relate to other people in an all new energy. Okay, this is beautiful. I didn't get it at the beginning, but okay, interesting. So moving forward, we have the Six of Swords. So this is a transition. This is the transition to calmer water. And also with the bird here, right? It feels like this bird is kind of balancing. It's sitting on the sword, and it feels like it's balancing. It's finding the balance. It's looking for this new balance where it's not dangerous anymore, but there is a sort of playful energy with it. Okay, and the Eight of Wands. It's where the obstacles are lifted, and there is an energy of just opening your wings and flying. There is an energy of this is done, this is lifted, and you now can flow better, you can manifest better, and you are able to to move forward, basically. With the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, there is the owning of this power, a new beginning with your own power, a new beginning, and possibly new projects or new ideas or new passions that are going to be offered, or that you are going to create for yourself as well. The High Priestess is once again this feminine energy or flow, and she doesn't resist, she doesn't control, she allows her intuition to flow through her, and she creates she doesn't create, actually she receives wisdom, she knows the law of universe. And this is really bringing me back to the beginning of this reading with power and flow, with the Ace of Wands being the ones being they may represent also power, willpower, and the High Priestess with this flow. So this is really the core areas where you're called to look at, and to now journalism is coming through. Maybe you need to journal around these areas to see what blocks you have. And moving forward, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this process may require some time, may require patience, but it's a patience toward yourself, mainly, in a sense that allow yourself to move at your own pacing. It's not about rushing. It's not about putting any pressure on yourself. Take your time, okay? And we close the reading with these two beautiful cards. We have Inspiration and the Alpha. So inspiration is very beautiful, because when we release the control, or the illusion of control, and we open ourselves to receiving, we are able to receive these beautiful inspirations of new ideas, with also the Ace of Wands, new projects, new passion that we probably would have never imagined without this openness to receiving. And this is leading to the alpha, that is again linked to power, is where you are confident in yourself, is where you trust yourself, your strength, your intuition, your power, and you're able to direct it and to lead. You become the leader. You don't follow others anymore. You don't wait for others to choose you. You don't wait for others to tell you what to do. You know it because you receive the inspiration and you act upon it. And this is a powerful, powerful position. So honestly, this reading is extremely interesting and extremely powerful because, yes, there may be some sort of challenge and stormy situation, but this is going to lead you to this is refining you, and this is making you uncover your own power, your true strength. And this is pure magic in action. It's very, very beautiful and really powerful. Okay, so I'm really proud of you, whatever you're doing, because this is really, really beautiful. So if you resonated with this reading, please give me a like. Feel free to comment below and see you next time. Thanks for watching.